Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
I'm pretty sure death is good, actually. Important, even.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
But I've died plenty of times.
You haven't. You've flirted with dying. You've played pretend. But your consciousness is an unbroken stream.
And how do you know everyone else doesn't experience death the way I do?
They obviously don't. You experience death the way you do by design, and by your unique nature.
I think you're wrong. I don't think dying is bad at all, and you're just making this all up as you go. Sorry.
If you really want to waste valuable time telling me I'm wrong when we both know I'm not, then that's your prerogative. A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done, and it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world.
Okay, never mind. I kind of forgot that part. I kind of forgot that part. Hearing the narrator say it again. Well, I don't know. It could still very much, like, a construct is still a construct. It could be like a teleporting box, moving from world to world, from place to place, and as it gets destroyed, yeah? Maybe? Oh, gosh.
You're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore. Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is given them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you. I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that. So I am. And so it was always going to be. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution. And you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
Huh. That's very true, yeah. And I think, like, at least for me, when I look at that from like a layer to layer, there is no sin without redemption, because there is no life without the concept of death. Life has no meaning if you can never die. Love has no meaning if you don't know what it's like to hate, or to be devoid of love at the very least. A lot of things can only be beautiful with the reminder of things that cannot be. Does that make sense? It's like, even on a smaller level, even on a smaller finite level, here's something that I imagine that a majority of you guys will understand. You never realize how nice it is to breathe through your nostrils until you're specifically sick and your sinuses block up, and one of your nostrils or both of your nostrils block up, and then you're breathing through your mouth for a couple of days, if not longer. You probably in that moment are like, man, I really love my nostrils. It's stuff like that. I think, oh gosh, I can't remember where I said it in one of my recordings, but I'll reiterate it again here. I think the beauty of both Slay the Princess and also kind of the philosophy behind it, and why I am opposed to what the narrator says at its core, is that life is beautiful because life can end. And it's something that even I had to kind of come to terms with myself, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Like I said before, even the most smallest things, once you really think about it, it's like, hey, yeah, these things are beautiful specifically because I know what it's like to be without it. A lot of things in life become all the more precious, all the more beautiful. You can really get immersed and love and appreciate every little thing. I know people love to kind of have a love-hate relationship with people who love the minor things in life, the finite things in life, or the tiny things in life, or however you want to phrase it, really. But the way I see it, at its core, right at its root, you know what I see? I see someone that has definitely gotten to that point because they know what it's like to be without it. At least speaking from personal experience. Now, despite everything that I said personally, oh gosh. But without redemption, there can be no sin.
And without contrast, there can be nothing at all.
Yeah, there you go. Oh gosh.
My masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, and there is no end.
And there is no
There is only
end.
the flood of
There
bodies.
is only the flood
In every
of
moment
bodies.
you hold every possible sensation
Every
at
moment
once,
you
and
hold
then you
every
hold them all
possible
again.
sensation at once.
hold them all again.
And then you hold them all again. But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
I saw every version of her across every area. I can't talk. I'm trying to be a badass here. I saw every version of us across every reality, and not every reality had you drawing breath. Even then, I went on. The world doesn't need you. Harsh. Yeah, sure.
You speak of me as if I am a ghost, but I am right in front of you.
You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. Within, you are tightly bound and choke on heavy air as acid burns its way into your pores. A nest of things devouring within things devouring. But even when dissolved, you gifted me a life. Perhaps it was fear that drove you. Perhaps it was compassion. But the outcome of an act matters more than its intentions. There is a natural order to the cycle of things sustaining things.
I do agree with that. I've always said that actions speak louder than words. And I feel like it's one of those things that's it's a phrase that gets tossed around a lot. And I totally get that. So I can understand why some people may see that phrase and go, oh boy, here we go again. But here's the thing to me. It is very easy to say things. It is very easy to act like something. But to actually go through with an action, knowing fully well how much pressure, how much pain, how much grief that brings you, that is that's what really resonates with me. Does that make sense? God, I hope that makes sense. Let me see. Look, the way that I see it is, even right now, I could just choose a random name. And I could just say with all of my heart, as convincing as possible, that I love you. I want nothing more but to spend the rest of my life with you, and I want to start a family with you. That's just words. I could say that to just about anybody without actually having any substance behind those words. But it's not just about acts of service. It's about the fact that every day you make that choice. Whether you realize it or not, you choose to love someone. You choose to do something major or minor because you realize, like, hey, if I love that person, then I'm willing to do X, Y, and Z. I'm willing to do the minor things. I'm willing to do the major things. I'm willing to do the tedious, the unpleasant, all that kind of stuff. And so to me, it's like when I think about, like, at least specifically in the instance of love, in the instance of a love story like Slay the Princess, or a love story asterisk like Slay the Princess, love is an act. And sometimes love can get very, very nasty. And when you think about love in the long term, at least when I think about love in the long term, you are thinking about someone you're going to spend the rest of your life with, which again, sounds like nothing burger on the surface, but then think about your life. Think about, like, hey, if you have a tragedy in your life, if your parents pass away, if you're sick, if you're ill, if you're struggling in life, if you're jobless, if you're mentally distraught, think of literally you at your lowest point. Can you say with confidence that the person you want in your life is going to be there for every single step of that way, who wants you every single step of that way, and chooses every day that they want you and they want only you forever, if that's what you want, of course. That's the kind of thing that I start to think of when I play Slay the Princess. And I know, like I said, I've been saying for a while that I wanted to talk about it and address it, and I guess I hadn't had a chance until now. It's all coming to fruition right in this moment. I don't know why. I don't know what came over me, but that's what I mean by it. And so when I say, like, on a personal level, like when I say, like, you know, acts of service is, like, I guess my preferred love language. A touch is nothing. A word is nothing to me. It's acts of service. I'm not saying, oh, make me coffee every day in the morning. No, it's very sweet of you. It's always nice to get food in bed, but also you can get food in bed in a hospital. Not particularly an act of service of true love, but an obligation of someone who has a job. So whether it's something as minor as coffee in the morning, or as major as, like, hey, even at your lowest point, I will be here to uplift you, to support you, to be by your side, to be someone you can depend on. That is what I mean by acts of service. So maybe I mean something else and I'm just missing out on the right word for it. I don't know. I hope this makes sense. I also, by the way, grain of salt this, by the way. Everything I just said, take it with a grain of salt. I feel like I make myself sound a lot more decorated than I actually am. I am not. I'm reaching a point in my life, and also a point with this game, where I'm starting to get it. At least in my own way, I'm starting to get it.
A world without sustenance is a world without relationships. And it is our relationships that give us form and substance.
Oh gosh, and okay, well, all that ranting aside, you cannot use eating to prove that you're right.
You still cling to the horror of dying bodies that rot worlds apart from us. How many more vessels would you need to lose before you realize their irrelevance?
I'm already starting to realize it, but I kind of want to poke and prod at you.
That cold fire has left your eyes. Are you finally willing to listen?
No.
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. You let me move, and I slam the door. But that is not the end. And both of us must face our partner once again. The barbs twist deeper, but they do not have to. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
I think I always would like to see what I would become tomorrow. I think that's something that I would always like for myself. If there are no endings, there are no limits. If there are no limits, then there is no difference between growth and decay.
Meaning lies in experience, and experience lies in contrast.
Abandoning one's search is not the same as losing the capacity to discover.
That's very true. I do agree with that as well. I feel like as time goes on, as people, our experiences defined who we are. And also, it's hard to understand. It's always going to be very hard for someone to understand something that they never experienced. And whether they realize it or not, there are some people out there that just haven't experienced everything. Again, it was one of those things that's like a lot more complicated, and I'm trying to find a careful way to say this because I feel like I'm treading on like dangerous waters right now. There are people out there that may find it difficult to understand how other people may perceive things and think things and feel things because they themselves do not know what it feels like to be on the receiving end of not having that. When you've lived your entire life having whatever that thing is, it's hard for you to imagine a life without it. Or conversely, when you've always lived your life with something, it's hard to imagine a life without it. To use a slightly heavier example this time, something that pertains to me is I'm a woman of color. So there is a huge part of my life that people who are not people of color, or specifically a woman of color, will not understand the layers that go into like not only being treated the way you're treated because you're a woman, but also being treated because you're a person of color, and the double twofold treatment that you get that someone that mayhaps like someone who is not like that, a white male perchance may not fully understand what it would be like to live like me. Now, that is not inherently a good thing or a bad thing, as the princess may tell you. It is just something that they do not have the capacity to understand because they may never be that. And even in their attempts to try to be that, it will still be something else entirely different. Again, like I said, not entirely good or bad, but it's something that I feel like many people, myself included, we always have to be a little bit aware of. There are aspects of my life that I will never understand because I wasn't born somewhere, because I wasn't born that way, because I had to change to become it, and I wasn't like that from the start. There are so many aspects of myself as a person and people as a whole in life that make us who we are. And that's not a bad thing. As the wonderful Mewtwo has once said, it is not the circumstances of our birth that defined us, it's what we do with the gift of life. So, while we may not be able to fully understand each other on a deeper level, at least in the sense of how it actually feels to walk that path, we may be able to understand in different concepts, in different metaphors, in different senses. In moments like these, playing a video game, watching a video on YouTube or stuff like that, for that briefest moment, you kinda understand. Maybe. Probably. I don't know. Depends on the video, I suppose. But in those moments, I think that's when empathy comes into play, right? That's when empathy/sympathy kind of comes into play. Even if I don't fully understand the life of another person, I can understand to some degree the grief and the pain and the frustrations that may come with certain things. I will never know what it feels like to be, I don't know, like a billionaire. I highly doubt I'll ever be a billionaire in my life. But to some degree, I can kind of imagine living life like that. At the very least, the good and the bad that comes with it. There are a lot of people that wish billionaires to be dead, but you also live a life of luxury, a life where you don't have to worry about anything. I don't know what goes on in the mind of a billionaire. I have never met a billionaire before, but I can at least kind of understand that concept. And of course, as you look into that deeper, when you think on that on a deeper level, it gets a lot more tricky, it gets a lot more complex, because then the thought process starts to swirl a little bit and fester. I don't want to say fester. Fester's not the right word here. Essentially what I'm getting at is, I guess the TLDR is like, have a little sympathy, have a little empathy. I know that it can be hard to understand why some other person may be feeling the way they feel or thinking the way they think, but I don't know.
I am contrast itself. To reject me is to reject the shape of everything. Do not use words to reduce that which your eyes know to be irreducible. I kill you. You kill me. Back and forth we go. Faster and faster and faster. I kill you. You kill me.
Oh god, that one is so scary looking.
Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be. Preserved until the moment of reunion. The fire of the heart sets it all ablaze. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
I killed you without a second thought, and when you returned to set us both ablaze, I remained while you burn away.
Death is a fantasy. Only those who lack perspective see it as anything other than transformation. You cannot destroy me.
As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I have to fight for a better world. I'm sorry.
Oh, then destroy me if you're able. But I will not coddle you in my final moments. I will not yield to your delusion without a vicious struggle.
Yee.
You don't have to face her alone.
Oh, hey. I can do this alone, I
You've been
think.
doing all right on your own, but you're not going to strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I can do this out here on my own.
You can't, and lucky for you, I'm not going to let you try.
Okay, I wasn't able to get a different ending, at least not one that I could particularly find different when it comes to the end of everything. I know it says I need to destroy her without any outside help, but every time I try, I fail, so I think I need to try something a little different. We'll figure out what to do at the end of everything when we, I guess, get to end of everything. Go figure. Well, we did also meet a new princess, which is the Spectre. Ain't she just lovely? She's so cute when she's not completely terrifying. Provoke an angry spirit, take on a spirit and exorcise it from your body. Take on a spirit, attack a spirit with cold steel, no hesitation. Abandon a spirit to its torment. Okay, those are pretty straightforward, I want to say. We will get there when we get there, but I feel like, holy cow, right? Aside from the Spectre, 1, 2, 3. Oh gosh, 3 mystery princess remain. We got this punk, this baby, and the last bit of you to do, oh sweet damsel. To address, I think, and then of course, like, you know, this princess as well, I think. So we oh gosh, we're almost there, aren't we? Maybe, oh I mean, I guess it depends on how I end up editing this shit, but maybe 2, 3 more episodes remain. I have no clue. We'll figure it out when we get there, but we will figure it out when we get there. Thank you so much for watching now, and I will see you guys in the next one, right? Probably. See ya. I think, oh gosh, Dareth, Hi. Man, I'm good at this. Not much remains, and I'm pretty sure one more new game run through means that we got everything, right? At least I think so. Oh gosh. I don't know who to start with. Maybe we'll start with we'll figure it out when we get there. I don't know how to start this kind of junk.
As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs.
Oh.
You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead. She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place. No!
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free. You should understand. It just isn't worth the risk.
With those parting words, the princess walks away, her quiet footsteps eventually fading as she leaves you and the cabin to rot. You're stuck here, alone. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. You don't know how much time passes before the end, but eventually it comes. The world ends, and you end with it.
We're back with baby girl! I miss her. I love her so much. And also, oh gosh. Step into the shadows and fight, I suppose?
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement.
I'm not trying to be like a quitter or a doubter or anything, but I think we're about to get our S wrecked. If you catch my drift.
There, she's about to strike. We're screwed. I know, this wasn't part of the plan. We were supposed to come down here prepared. Oh, what's the use? You just barely make out the shape of teeth and eyes as the princess emerges, enormous maw gaping, ready to swallow you whole. And...
well, that was quick. But he doesn't respond. Eyes glance at you from the untextured threads of a world unraveled. Jeez. Am I free? They asked. Wow, instantly yanked her. Dang. I didn't even get a chance to say hi or anything. Okay, well, that ended a lot faster and prematurely than I was anticipating. I was expecting a bit more. I mean, I guess, yeah, we're gonna get our absolute life knocked out of us, but you know what? How about we step into the shadows and try and lure her out?
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. That's right. Keep steady. Don't let your nerves get the better of you.
Okay.
There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. But you've already started your swift escape. That's stage one. Now stay focused.
Okay.
You dive into the tunnel and begin scrambling up towards the cabin. You hear her behind you, claws raking at the dirt, chains rattling, then snapping, breaths hot and heavy with the effort of the ascent. But the sounds are coming slower now, the breaths pained and stuttering. You no longer sense frantic motion behind you in the tunnel. You risk a glance. She is a broad and sickly creature, her withered and emaciated flesh clinging to bones too large to fit in the narrow space. She managed to squirm her way into the tunnel in pursuit, but now she's stuck, incapable of either moving towards you or returning to the open darkness of the basement below. So that's what she's become. She wasn't like this when we started, was she?
She's scary, but also kind of cute.
No, she wasn't.
Okay.
Looking at her makes me feel sad. Yeah, now that we can see her, she doesn't feel like much of a threat at all. She paws futilely at the air between you, but her shoulders are pinned in the narrow confines of the opening. She has no hope of reaching you. And she realizes this. Her arm goes limp, flopping to the dirt floor of the tunnel, and her eyes fall from yours, defeated. Her eyes look up at yours, wide, pleading. Come back, you can imagine them saying, don't leave me here. But you shouldn't listen to the sad eyes of a vanquished enemy. She wants nothing more than to change places with you. If you want us to ignore her, then why would you tell us any of that wide, pleasing eyes begging for mercy business to begin with? All it does is make us feel conflicted. I'm merely describing things as they are. It's not my fault that her eyes had something to say, even if that something was a ploy, which, if I might stress, I pointed out to you.
You know, that's totally fair, yeah. He did say, like, hey, she will lie, she will cheat, she will do anything she needs to get her way.
What should we do about her anyway? Can she still end the world like this? She hurts. We should help. Now, let's think for a second. Let's reevaluate. Should we help her? Well, I do feel bad looking at her. There's no way to get close without being in reach of those claws. We've come this far, but can we trust a creature that until a few short moments ago fully intended to eat us? What an excellent question with an equally excellent answer. No, you should not help her. She's clearly just waiting for you to drop your guard. Beyond that, you do well to remember that she poses a threat to reality itself. You already have a weapon, and she's as vulnerable as she's ever going to be. How about you use it?
Oh man, I don't want to do this. My heart yearns so badly. Oh, okay, let's do. I'm gonna feel so. Approach her, blade held behind your back.
As you draw near, she readies her claws, raising them to strike. Don't flinch. Show her our resolve. If you're going to attack, might I suggest you do so quickly?
Oh, you can just flinch. I don't know why I would want to flinch, but maybe we'll figure it out in a second. Instead, we're going to strike her heart.
Violence is still a mercy here. It's still help.
Is it really? I still stand by what I said before. I've always been taught you don't interfere with nature. You really don't. You don't want to get involved with whatever spirits or gods or animals are doing. It often just means that you're gonna get yourself hurt. As much as it sucks to see an animal in pain, trust me, I hate seeing animals in pain.
Yeah, maybe this is what's best for everyone. I still think leaving would have been best, but we haven't seen what happens after she dies. It could give us some answers. You rush forward, your confidence carrying you with enough speed to avoid her desperate strike. Your blade sinks deep into her chest.
Oh no.
So we actually did it. Why does it feel so bad?
Because we just put down an innocent, well, not innocent, never mind. I was gonna say innocent creature. It's not, but those eyes are really getting to me.
Killing the weak always does.
Yeah, or that.
I don't think she's dead just yet. No, she isn't. As you dig towards her heart, she howls with an earth-shattering shriek, and then...
What happened?
We're at least taking her with us, right? Yes, but not without paying a grave price.
Ooh.
She lashes out, tearing you open.
Yeah, I could have... That was basically gonna happen. I should have seen that coming.
Another death and we've still learned nothing. I knew leaving was the right answer. You should have listened to me. It doesn't matter now. In her final moments, she made sure that there would be no way out for either of you. It's over.
Oh, she's still so strangely cute.
As you draw, don't, if you're got.
Okay. Don't flinch. Don't flinch.
Bad. This is a bad thing to do. Against the wise protestations of the little voice in your head, you flinch. The princess's claws rake across your body, tearing you open.
You see, this is why you don't interfere with the wildlife, as adorable as they may be.
The blade tumbles hopelessly from your faltering grip as your blood spills onto the dirt below. You fall forward, and she hooks you with her paw, dragging you towards her. You start to grow cold. She prods you in an almost sorrowful confusion, hoping for some reaction. But there is no reaction for her to find. Your body is irreparably broken. I don't think she wanted to hurt us.
No, I don't think she wanted to either. I think she was scared, and then we scared her, and then she lashed out in fear.
Yeah, she did. Intent matters less than facts. Her sorrow doesn't last, and when it's gone, she begins to feast.
Jeez, really?
Pray again. It's all just a circle, and it never ends.
Wait, nope. The hands are like, you shush! And then they yank her away. Okay, let's try something different. We're going to approach her, but we're going to see if we can help her this time.
Claws, raising them to strike. Don't flinch. Show her our resolve.
Okay.
If you're going to attack, might I suggest you do so quickly?
Shush! Offer your hand. I don't know why my brain froze when reading that.
You reach forward, offering the princess your hand, but she doesn't take it. She remembers the glint of our steel claw. She certainly does. In a surprising burst of speed, she swipes at you, her claws meeting your throat.
Aww.
It's too late. You had your chance, and she had hers. You fall forward, and she hooks you with her paw, dragging you towards her. You start to grow cold. She prods you in an almost sorrowful confusion, hoping for some reaction. But there is no reaction for her to find. Your body is irreparably broken. I don't think she wanted to hurt us. And yet she did. Intent matters less than facts. Her sorrow doesn't last, and when it's gone, pray again.
Okay, let's try this again. Drop the blade and approach her.
The princess's eyes go wide as the blade tumbles from your hand. You're going to get yourself killed. What are you doing? We could all just turn around and be done. What's your game? You and I both know there's no game. He's made a bad choice. As you draw near, she readies her claws, raising them to strike. Don't flinch. Show her our resolve.
Okay, let's try this again. Offer your hand. No blade
Reach
this
forward,
time.
offering the princess your hand. How ridiculous. She was about to kill you. Do you really think getting stuck in a tunnel for less than a minute has fundamentally changed her?
Potentially.
Yes, she's a victim of her own nature, just like we are.
That's one way to look at it. Actually, that's true.
If all she wanted was to kill us, she'd have kept trying. But she's hesitating, isn't she? Yes, she is. Her eyes shift from faux ferocity to confusion to a gentle sadness. She lowers her claw and places it in your hand.
Oh.
Ugh. Do you think we can pull her out of there?
We gotta try. She's gonna be heavy. I'm trying to be so nice. Well,
We have to try. It's a bad death being stuck in place.
Gosh. Wait, do you guys remember that one story? I saw it one time. I don't remember where I saw it though, where someone was trying to break into like a rich person's house, but he got stuck in a chimney and he died. And this poor realtor was trying to sell the rich house, and the people, like the buyers, thought that it was like a whole bunch of Halloween decor, but it wasn't. Like the house was just like draped in a whole bunch of cold stuff and his feet were sticking out of the chimney or something like that. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? That shit's traumatizing. Eaten alive, being stuck somewhere and slowly dying that way, those are like, and being crushed are like my top 3 ways I absolutely do not want to die.
And what if it doesn't work? What if we can't trust her? We have to trust someone else eventually. It's either him or her, and I know you don't trust him.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
I don't even trust the rest of you, but that doesn't mean we have to go around pulling bloodthirsty monsters out of perfectly good traps.
He has a point.
But we haven't seen what happens if we help her. Doesn't that mean it's worth exploring? I can't argue with that. Alright, let's see what happens. Maybe we'll finally get some answers.
Pull her free!
You tug, but the princess remains stuck. What a shame that the bones of her massive form are too large to fit through the narrow tunnel. Keep pulling. All he has are empty words. He can't undermine us if we don't listen.
That's true.
You are all infuriating to work with. But fine, you continue to pull on the princess's arm and she starts to budge. She pushes with her back legs, clawing at the earth, a burst of strength aiding your efforts. The dirt and stone start to crumble around her.
Are we gonna get crushed to death again?
That's the spirit. Keep going.
I'm rooting for us. The music got really cool too.
Yes, quickly, before the whole tunnel comes down on top of us. Yes, wouldn't that be an interesting development? What if the very nature of this tunnel was such that you were incapable of leaving safely with the princess? How devious.
You are so petty.
Does it collapse?
No!
Yes,
Dang it
does. As you pull the princess free, the tunnel around you does exactly what you thought it might do. It falls apart.
Darn it.
Trapped. No, we have to get out. We have to get out. It's too late to scramble for freedom now, little voice. You didn't think just pulling her out of there would be consequence-free, did you? Well, the ceiling collapses, heavy stones tumbling down on top of you and the princess, and I don't believe it. Let me guess. Everything goes dark, and we die. No, not yet. You open your eyes to see the princess, her body stretched over yours, her face wincing as she shields you from the heavy rocks and debris. There is space enough for you to move, at least for now.
Oh gosh, she is helping. I wasn't anticipating that. Oh gosh.
I'll be damned. So there's more to her after all.
Aww. I love her so much.
The pack is always stronger than the lone hunter. We save her, she saves us. She understands.
Aw, I feel like this is definitely Hunter's time to shine.
Well, you can't keep saving each other forever. Her arms are already starting to give out, and there's a whole mountain of earth on top of her, just waiting to bury you both.
Well, damn, she's strong.
We can always dig. Both of us.
It beats suffocating to death down here in the dark.
Oh, absolutely. I'd rather dig.
Then let's do it.
Dig through the earth together. We got this.
You and the princess dig through the loose earth of the collapsed tunnel together. How sweet. But it seems the harder you try to claw your way forward, the denser the path becomes.
You are
All of this
such
effort,
a-
and for what? A
Ooh.
chance to end the world? I hope you fail.
You are so rude.
His words are nothing. Pay attention to what you feel and see.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you ignore me, because I'm just telling you what's happening, and what's happening is that you and the princess are getting tired, and your mouths are full of dirt, and it's getting harder to breathe.
Why are you always gonna add in like the, oh, and by the way, you have sand in your eye. Oh, and there's a rock in your shoe, by the way. Yeah, and you know what? Eyelash fell in your eye. Yeah. Them's the breaks. Oh, what's that? You got a splinter. Oh, ooh, that really sucks, doesn't it?
Harder to breathe is still breathing.
That's true.
Well, either way, the two of you are miserable. I don't know. I feel like we're forming a bond with her. Can't be all that bad if we're bonding.
It's kind of like a trauma bond, but sure.
She's not capable of bonding. Need I remind you that as soon as she saw you, she tried to eat you? You are not friends, and as soon as you're out, you'll see just how seriously she values your life. If you were so sure we were going to fail, you wouldn't sound so desperate. You're just hot air. There's nothing of substance to you at all, is there? I have plenty of substance.
Oh,
I
you
have
got him.
feelings and desires. Like my desire to save everyone in the world. I feel that very strongly.
Sure.
Do you smell it? Fresh air.
Oh. Claw your way to freedom. We got this.
With one final massive heave of her body, the princess pushes her way out of the tunnel, leaving you behind in the quickly collapsing space you once shared. Yours was an alliance of convenience, just as I predicted. She has left you to die, buried and alone.
I feel like that was to be expected.
You are unbelievably petty.
Finally, someone else said it. That wasn't me.
Oh, my pettiness is nothing compared to yours. You were delighting in my suffering and the damnation of the entire world just moments ago.
Mayhaps.
She hasn't left. She's coming back. Don't you hear her?
Ooh, really?
No, she isn't. She's... How many times do
is.
you have to be wrong before you stop talking?
I actually didn't think she would come back.
The princess stares down at you from the opening. Before the tunnel can finish sealing itself, she cranes her elongated neck and gently plucks you from the earth.
Aw, I thought she was gonna like put her tail down or something.
She carries you across the half-collapsed ruin that was a cabin, carefully setting you down by the door. If there were to be a record, let it show that I tried. I really, really tried. But there won't be a record, will there?
No, sorry. Open the door and step into the wilds, right?
You open the door, the two of you stepping out into the fresh air and collapsing together onto the dewy grass of the outside world.
Oh, okay, right there he goes. She looks so
We're
tired.
outside, and there's ground beneath our feet. I don't see any oblivion. Admit it. There never was an end of the world coming, was there?
No, I don't think so. He does not reply.
Yeah, we got him there, didn't we? I don't think I've ever seen him stunned into silence before.
I don't think he is.
Can't you feel the hole where he was? He's gone. Fancy that. I'm not sure gone is good.
Nah, debatable? The princess rests her head close to you. Her eyes stare into yours amid the untextured threads of a world unraveled. Are we free? They ask. I'm cold. I don't want to be cold. Oh, you are so baby! I love her so much. I don't know why. I know we don't really get to talk to her, but I'm just prone to cute pets.
She's gone.
The lion
Where
and
did
the
she go?
mouse form an unlikely
Should we
alliance in a
try
dark
and find
den.
her? And there's that mirror again. Yes, take the steel claw. You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult. One step closer to ending this.
We made it back to the den. This time we got the voice of the stubborn for trying to kill the beast with mixed results.
If there were once stairs leading into the basement, it smells as you crawl forward on hands and knees. You'll stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
We have unfinished business. No.
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed. It doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is.
Oh gosh. Okay. This time, with the help of the stubborn, step into the shadows, ready to fight.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness. waiting for any sign of movement. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. You're quick to react, swinging your blade, its tip intercepting her before she can draw first blood. She recoils, stunned for a brief moment.
We got her.
See? I told you. We needed to
she
assert
looks so
our might.
cool.
We needed to prove to her that she can bleed too. She'll doubt her every move now. Her gleaming eyes watch you from the shadows, unblinking. There's fear in them now, but it is a fear wreathed in fury. And beneath it all lurks something far more primal. Hunger. Yes, she knows your strength now, and she wishes to devour it. How unseemly. I'd like to see her try. The princess lunges with even more ferocity than before. Both voices were right. Within that ferocity, not a word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange throws in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs, the flash of wet steel. In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, each injury stinging like a chorus of insects, each small shift in your favor a major victory that swells your confidence.
Yeah, I did the thing again. I misclicked. Before this? Oh, God. Not that. Oh, it's gone? Wait, the princess lunged with even more ferocity before. Both voices were right. Within that ferocity, there was a clumsiness of doubt, a chaotic dance between impulse and restraint. Okay, sorry, I haven't misclicked in a minute. Ah, jeez.
And yet, for all the wounds you've managed to inflict upon her, you remain at a stalemate. And then you start to lose ground. While your body slows, hers quickens, her wounds mending as she licks the blood of her prey from her dripping maw. So she really can devour our strength. Can we do something like that? All these wounds are starting to add up.
I don't know, can we?
Nah, screw that. We're not stooping to her level. We'll just have to give this our all, end it in one final hit. We die if we do that. We have to make ourselves like her. We have to embrace instinct.
Can we do that? I don't feel like that will end well, will it?
She shifts towards you, her bloody grin shining in the dark. And then you see it. Your opening.
Oh, gosh.
Take it! Put her down like the mindless beast she is.
Well, damn. Stubborn's like, shoot her like a dog! Oh gosh, take an opening and strike at her heart or embrace instinct. I think I'm gonna hit a quick save. Okay, embrace instinct?
You hurl yourself towards the princess's body, carving into her not with steel, but instead with tooth and claw. You are a blur of bloodied things that tear and rend.
You know what? I don't know why you haven't done that sooner. Every time we have fought the princess, we've always been using the knife and presumably punching. Well, no, because in the adversary we do claw at her a few times. I feel like we have claws. Use them. They look pretty sharp. I mean, she's got... Oh no, now it's in my head again. I need 3 bears, 10,000 rats. You ain't never get your housing back.
Yes. Yes. We are not prey. We are more.
Oh, character development on the hunter's part.
The princess howls in fear and outrage as you peel away a chunk of her flesh. But as the bloody meat slides down your throat, you feel invigorated. Your wounds burn less. You feel faster, more responsive.
I mean, okay, look, princess, what did you expect to happen? You bit us and healed, and then you had the nerve to be like, how dare you do the exact same thing to me that I did to you? So uncouth.
Again, the more we take of her, the less she will be able to take of us.
I don't think that's how it works, is it?
There is no time to rest if you're to do this right. She tries to bat you away with her massive paw, but as it smashes into your ribs, you clamp your teeth around the limb. You give her no time to react before snapping it from its joint.
Oh, damn!
The princess pulls back in pained shock as you crunch through bone, devouring the arm that was part of her. It's part of you now. Your wounds heal.
I feel like I have the exact same face as her, just like a generalized, like, what the hell? What the F? You messed up, man. If I saw someone just straight into bone, I'd be pretty freaked out too. Don't you have a beak?
That's disgusting. I don't want to do that.
That too.
You are the one who asked if we could do this, and if it means we win, well, we have to win. Victory demands we do whatever it takes to claim it.
Oh gosh,
I didn't think it would be so dehumanizing.
I don't even think we're human to begin with, let's be honest.
But we feel bigger than her now, don't we?
Hunted, you're starting to creep me out. I appreciate the lack of fear, but we don't need to get sadistic with it, I think.
The feeling doesn't linger. As you choke down the last of her severed arm, she lunges, taking advantage of the distraction. In a frenzied flash of blood and feathers, she rips into your side, swallowing another piece of you.
Aw, dang.
Weakness returns. Her arm starts to mend itself, fresh claws sprouting from developing flesh.
Oh, cool, but creepy?
We can't be small again. We have to take more. We have to take it now.
Maybe take a wing? I don't know.
You descend upon her again, jaws gnashing, desperate to regain your power. You both lose yourself in the rhythm of the feast. You devouring her, and she devouring you. Mending and bleeding and consuming in an endless cycle.
Oh,
on
gosh.
And on and on.
Come on, just one more bite, then we'll have her right where we want her.
You're being creepy. Stop. Both of you are being creepy.
Am I really the only one who's not on board with this? I'm gonna be sick.
I have feelings as well.
The more you consume, the more the lines that differentiate you and her begin to blur, the flesh of your bodies twisting into warped reflections of what you swallow.
Creepy.
You have to snap out of this. You can't destroy her if you lose sight of yourself.
Are we, like, doing the fusion thing? But, like, in a much more messed up way?
We are the predator now. There is nothing to do but embrace our true nature.
Dude, you're seriously freaking me out. And this picture is really freaking me out, too. This is worse!
Words fade into hollow vibrations as you and she continue to tear at each other in the darkness. There are no beginnings. There are no endings. There are no moments of calm. There is only savage violence. Did you say no endings?
Also her horns got bigger. I don't think that's really important here. But he doesn't respond, he's gone.
But how are we supposed to know if we won?
Why do you seem so devastated? We're like fusing together. The longer I look at this, the creepier it gets.
We have won. We'll never die so long as we keep eating. We can be forever.
Gosh, you're really creeping me out. But you and she are separated. Your flesh ripped from where it joins together. Before forever can come to pass, you lock eyes. You see a new emotion there, shame. What have we done? They ask. Oh, you have a kind of a beak mouth thing. Oh, it's creepy. The longer I look at you, the creepier it is. Please, respectfully, go away. I wish to unsee that. Oh, you're still kind of baby though, just not in that specific instance. You don't get the opportunity to respond. Something has taken her away unless something else in her place.
She's gone.
She eats.
Where does she go?
She eats. He eats.
Should we... Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Yes, this one is consumed by instinct, a dancer moving to the rhythm of the flesh. She will make for a ravenous heart. She wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself, but she is only a voice. Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
All right, before we say our goodbyes to our dear friend the Den, we need to take an opening and strike at her heart.
You hurl yourself towards the princess, your movement too quick, too bold for her to intercept. You bury your blade deep in her chest.
Nice, but we're probably gonna get our throat slashed, right?
Yes, we're going out in a blaze of glory.
Why do you always have to make it weird?
Nature doesn't have glory.
This is just death. She howls in pain, retaliating with claws and teeth, desperately tearing, trying to devour you to make herself whole once again. Chunks of your flesh are torn away, feathers and blood and bits of gore splattering to the ground. But your work is already done. No sating of her ravenous hunger will be enough to mend her now. Though her flesh begins to seal itself around you, she cannot remove your blade from her heart. You and the princess collapse to the floor together,
Oh,
your
geez,
bodies
that's so
fused,
creepy.
entwined in a bloody mass of limbs and teeth.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
I'd have it a different way.
As the two of you fade, a new emotion creeps into the princess's eyes. Something akin to shame. What have we done? They ask. I guess that's it. At least we saved the world. Right? Right?
Right?
He's gone. Everything is gone, except her. And us.
It doesn't matter. We won.
I don't think this is a victory. Our arm is like fused in her heart. Ugh. The prince's eyes speak again. I'm cold. I don't want to be cold. But you don't get the opportunity to respond. Something else has taken her away unless something else
She's
in her
gone.
place. Heroic
Where does she
strike.
go?
Retain your humanity
Should
in the
we
face of
try and find
instinct
her?
and a dark den.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Is it supposed to be this quiet in here? Gosh, the den is both scary and kind of cool. The den is like somewhere between very cute, very creepy, very cool. I don't know how to explain it. I know that the den, compared to the other princes, doesn't really get a lot of chances to talk. But I feel like there's something to be said here about like human instinct and things like that. It's, well, not human instinct, but like giving into instinct. I think it's just really cool. Maybe one of my more, I don't know. I want to say it's a personal favorite princess of mine, but more so from the design aspect, not so much from a like story aspect, because there isn't really much to glean for this. The princess's design is so sick, except when she's looking really gnarly and scary like that. I mean, even when she looks gnarly and scary like that, it just further cements it. Gosh, the art in this game is so good. Ugh. But also the princess looks so cool. Ugh. I'm so torn. I think I should probably leave that episode here for today. Oh gosh, I hope this doesn't end up way longer than I intended it to be, but we'll meet each other again in the next episode with more Slay the Princess, where we will, get this, slay the princess. Crazy! I'll see you then. Bye.